Okay, we're going to start out, and what I'm really going to do is kind of tie this into IXL. So our first IXL section that we're looking at is going to be 6th grade, and it is actually not 3, 4, V4. Is what we're going to be looking at. So eventually, probably within the day, we're going to be working on V4. So here's some examples we're going to kind of go through. In each one of these, you're finding the percent of a number. So for example, what we're going to be looking at is there may be some dollar signs involved with this as well. But let me get us going here. And on your paper, you're just going to write these down. We're just going to solve them together, and then we may get to somewhere where you solve on your own. So we're going to start out with 60% of $10. This is different because before, when we did percents with no words, you did not have the percent sign. You were trying to find the percent. Well, now you're trying to find the part. The biggest clue that I can give you is when you see that 60% is to just go ahead and make it 60 over 100. That way there's never any guessing as to what goes over 100 and where the 60 goes. The biggest clue that I can also give you is that every time after the word of, whatever that number is, it's going on the bottom. It is the denominator, always. And so in this case, what you're really trying to find is the part. That is what you're trying to figure out in all of this. So now that you've got your setup, all you have to do is be careful, and you can, in fact, solve this by saying 60 times 10 and then divide by 100. I'm going to let you solve that on your paper, and then also put it in the answer as well in the question. Also, you can pause when you need to. Okay, let's keep on going with a few more like this. Here's an example, 20% of 55. You see there's no words that kind of direct us into the part or the whole. The easiest thing to do is just start with that percent. That's always going to be 20 over 100. And another thing to remember is that number, there's your of, there's one number right behind it, and it is 55. You want to figure out what the part is. Okay, and then for number 3, I'm going to let you try this one. 30% of 10. I'm going to let you do the setup, let you solve it on your paper, and then make sure that you answer it also on the video. But basically, this covers 6th grade V4, percents of numbers and money amounts. Okay, now we're going to start looking at 6th grade V7. This is finding what percent one number is of another. And so this is where there is possibly like a blank kind of space. Actually, V7 is the one that you have already done. Sorry about that. So it is not V7 because we are in good shape with that one. Well, that's great. But it's actually going to be V9. Okay, so an example of V9 is find the total given a part and a percent. So it's saying, for example, 1 is 50% of what number? Okay, and so now we need to set up. So first of all, the first thing I do is find 50%. There's no guess as to what goes with 50%. It's going to go with 100. Now, here's the thing. Look at what is behind of. What number? In other words, we don't know what is after of. So that means we don't know what's on the bottom. What is in front of the word is always goes on the top. That is always the part. That's how I figure it out. It just makes it so much easier, and it's just never not that. And so then you're just going to say, boom, 100 times 1 divided by 50. And that's going to give you your denominator, or in other words, your total. Okay, so let me see, let's find some more here. Okay, 24 is 25% of what number? Okay, so for this one, I'm going to say 25%. I'm going to start with that. And then again, of course, what is after the word of? What number? I don't know, so that's what's going to go on the bottom. What is in front of the word is? 24. That's what's going to go on top. Multiply, divide, and that is going to give you your answer. Make sure you get that on the video. Okay, for the next one, I'm going to let you try this one. Eight is 40% of what number? Let you set it up and let you solve and put that answer in. Pause when you need to.